Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. Thank you for coming back. Today I'm just going to really talk about what's really happening in the RPN to RN bridging program right now for me. So like I said, I started the RPN to RN bridging program in May, and honestly we just finished the first session of the program last week, and I am so happy because that was a marathon 7 weeks. So basically the RPN to RN program is a program that bridges you into third year of nursing. So basically it's 4 months, and it is a marathon race to get to third year, because the bridging is about combining one whole year work into 4 months. So it has been intense, but I'm so happy that I'm done with one part of it. I am so happy. And on Monday we started the other part of the program. So basically the first part, it consists of 4 courses. So basically we had microbiology, we had clinical biochemistry, we had health assessments, included the lab portion, and then we had sorry, I'm forgetting one. We had English. And one thing that I did in the first part of this program was I had credit for English. So English was basically they were actually just courses or topics pertaining to research. So I did have some sort of background in that. I had a course that I did in my practical nursing, and I really got out of English. So I was only doing 3 courses, but listen to me, those 3 courses, those 2 months I barely worked. So it was marathon, but I'm so happy that I'm out of that. So this section consists of 4 other courses, which consist of critical thinking, relational practice, advanced praxis. I think it's basically lab, and something of sort of health assessment and lab, and then we have numeracy and statistics. So that's what we're doing in this part of the section, and so far so good. It's been great because so this is we just finished the first week, and it was okay. I think it's gonna be a pretty chilled, relaxed 7 weeks compared to the first section of when I started this program. So fingers crossed that everything is going to go smoothly. So another thing I want to talk about here is those of you wanting to go into the RN program, this is for you. I'm just going to share tips as well, things that I think that you should put in place before you start the program, or if you're thinking to go into doing your RN at some point in your life. Number 1 is to have some savings. Okay, I would always advise that have some savings. If you decide to go into the RN program next year, please start saving money, because depending on your college, it's actually intense. So I don't know, I think I'm going to make a video of list of colleges that take the RPN to RN bridging program, that does that, and then I will share with you guys. But I think that some programs that actually 4 months bridging program is a lot, because it's combining 1 year work into 4 months. But I think that there are other schools that actually do on an 8-month program, or they actually do part-time program where you can actually plan, maybe take 2 courses at a time, or something like that. So I'm going to find out that information, come back to you and give it to you. But one thing I know for sure is to have some sort of savings, because that first, when you just start the program, it's going to be a lot, because you're going to make a lot of adjustments. You're trying to stabilize yourself so that you can be able to work around your work schedule and maybe family and all of that. So please have some savings that can actually sustain you for the next 2 months, before maybe then you can start working part-time and stuff like that. If you do have money to like stay out of work for the 4 months, good for you. Maybe work 1 or 2 days a week, good for you, but have that savings aside because it is very important. So please do have a plan. Like, it's one thing to say you want to do the program, it's another thing to actually be ready for the program. It's a lot, right? And go easy with yourself. Plan that part of your life and work with that. There's so many things. Also, there's also like the begin program that helps with paying part of your tuition, or paying your tuition, or reimbursing of your tuition when you get into the bridging program. So one thing I will tell you about the bridging program right now is that OSAP doesn't cover for the bridging program. So if you're trying to get into the program, you need to pay the money from your pocket, right? So that's one thing I will let you know. If you're planning to get OSAP for the bridging, it's not possible because they will cover for your third year and fourth year, but that bridging program, they would not cover for it. So another alternative is for you to utilize the begin program. So I don't know if you guys know about the begin program for RPNs trying to get into the RN, doing the bridging program to get into the RN program, or PSWs trying to get into RPN program, or bridging to get into RN program. So the begin program is an RPN program. It's a, what do you call it, we RPN program actually, that helps to reimburses your school fees, your tuition fee after you've paid. So what happened is that they let you pay for it, get into the program. The criteria to get the money is to actually get into the program and pay your school fees, your tuition fee, and you need to apply for it on the we RPN begin program page. But then what they usually ask is that you submit your tuition fee receipt, and you also submit your letter of acceptance into the program, into the bridging program. You need two references, one from an academic supervisor or clinical instructor that have worked with you, or that have taught you in the past, or maybe in your program. And also you need a reference from somebody that has supervised you in the past, or your employer, or somewhere you're working, like an employer. So these are the things that you need. So if you're trying to get into the nursing program and you feel like funds is actually, you don't have money to pay for your tuition, you can utilize the RPN begin program. So if you are doing that, there is also one thing that you need to do when you're opting into that program, is that you have to do a return of service after you're done with your school. So let's say that you contacted WeRPN to cover your tuition fee for the bridging program, which is 4 months. Let's say your program is 4 months. You would sign up, you would actually do a return of service for 4 months when you're done with your program. Like work in a hospital or long-term care, they're gonna pay you, right? Like, but then you have to either work in a long-term care or a hospital. So if you decide to use WeRPN program to cover for your whole education, or the whole 2-year program, you will have to do a return of service for 2 years after you graduate from your program. So that's how it is. So depending on how what part of the semester or section that you did get a reimbursement for, you're going to cover for that period of time. You're going to pay it back, but you get paid, right? So that's one thing as well. So another thing I will talk about here, I'm going to talk about that in more details in another video, is like if you're an RPN or an LPN, right? That's what they call it in other provinces. Do not be pressured to get into the RN program. So like, I get it. Like some people, it's great to be an RPN, but do not be pressured to go further than what you actually have. If you feel so comfortable, if you feel fulfilled, if you feel like you don't need to, like, you don't want to get extra knowledge or skills, that's awesome. I am an RPN and I feel like we do a lot. We are we contribute to the healthcare system. So do not feel like because you're not going to do the RN program, you're not worth it, or something's wrong with you, or you're not ambitious, or you're not doing what you're supposed to do. No, but then if you feel the urge to do it, good. But if you don't, you are okay. Like, you're in a good place, you're going to definitely like earning more than minimum wage. You are gonna be okay for life. You just have to make the proper plans to not just rely on your job. Like, maybe try to like find other ways to invest your money so that at retirement you're okay. But trust me, you are perfectly okay. You are fine. You could venture into anything. It doesn't change anything from you, doesn't take anything from you. So please, that's perfectly fine. We are all contributing to the healthcare system. We are all valuable. We all have our set skills, our set responsibilities and roles that we bring to the table in healthcare. Without Europeans, there's a lot of things that will go wrong. Without you, there's a lot of things that will go wrong. So do not feel out of place that you're not taking the program or you don't want to do it. That's perfectly okay. And do not be rushed into doing it. Well, it's nice if you do have the zeal to do it, but take your time, make the necessary adjustment that you have to make to be able to be successful in the program. When you decide to go into it, do your savings, do your evaluations, search for schools closer to you. If you can do it online, if you feel like online school is best for you, that's awesome. So you can actually do that. So please do not feel rushed, do not feel some type of way. But this channel is here for you to utilize. So I will be sharing other things that I'm finding out, that I'm getting to know, that I'm getting to experience in this program, and I'll be sharing it to you. So feel free to share this video, feel free to comment on my page, feel free to subscribe for more and more and more nursing videos. Okay, so I'm gonna be going for now. Thank you so much for staying with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.